Delaware County Transportation Improvement District for 2026 to order. Ask you to stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning and welcome. As a matter of introduction, my name is Chris Boserman. I'm the Delaware County Engineer. I have the privilege of serving as the chair of the TID board. And to my right is Tracy Davies, our county administrator, who is the vice chair. To my left, Cy Keeley, who's our treasurer, and from the auditor's office, and Tom Price and Pat Blaney, members as well to my left. So if you're here today, or if you're joining us online, welcome. I'll open with public comment. Is there any public comment before us today? Hearing none, we'll move ahead to item 3 on our agenda, which is the approval of minutes from our November 12th meeting. If you've had a chance to review those, are there any modifications or changes that are necessary?
Mr. Chair, I move approval.
We have a motion for approval.
Second.
We have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Are there reports from any of our board members today?
Mr. Chairman, the only thing I wanted to add is that we did sign our agreement with the prosecutor's office for coverage of this board.
Right. Thank you very much. Thanks for your work on that, Tracy.
No problem.
Are there any other reports from board members? Hearing none, our Secretary Treasurer, Cy Keeley's report.
Our current cash balance is $4,208,202.62. That's all I have right now.
Any questions for Cy? I'd entertain a motion to accept the Secretary Treasurer's report.
So moved. Second.
Motion to accept and a second. Further discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? The motion carries. Under item 6, our staff report, Rob Riley, Chief Deputy Engineer. The floor is yours, Rob.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning. I will go over the monthly staff report, starting with the 2026 budget. Actually, I'll just defer that until the next item. We can discuss that in more detail. Current projects, as you recall, Silicon Heartland, the roundabouts on Licking Delaware County Line Road, that contract was awarded in November to Shelley and Sands. They are working on pre-construction work, ordering materials, and we anticipate starting work in May and wrapping that project up in September. And that is a $4.7 million contract, 100% reimbursable by the state through the Silicon Heartland program. So we'll continue to keep you up to date on that project on upcoming meetings. The 71, 36, 37 interchange, had some discussions recently with ODOT, and ODOT is intending to apply for the BUILD program, which provides grants directly from the US DOT to states and locals. The intention is to try to secure some additional funding to supplement ODOT's major new program, which based on what I'm hearing is will be declining in its magnitude over the next several years, frankly just due to the cost of construction inflation we've seen over the last several years. So ODOT's working on that application, which will be filed sometime in the next month, and we'll see how that goes. ODOT does think that's a strong application. It's, I believe, only one of 3 or 4 in the state that that ODOT will be submitting. So pretty good odds there if we do get a grant award. Excuse me. In the meantime, we are continuing to work on Phase B right-of-way. ODOT will be doing that work, but I do anticipate that work starting a little bit later this winter or early spring. And hopefully still on track to start construction in 2027. Phase C, nothing changed there. Still working on final design and on track for 2029 construction. Orange Road grid separation, no significant updates. We're just still plugging away on final plans. Coordination with the railroad, still planning on construction starting in 2028 for that project. And then last but not least, Stockwell Road improvements. That OPWC grant application was submitted in November by the 4 townships and the county engineer's office. We will know probably sometime in the next 6 weeks if the District 17 forwards that on or makes a grant recommendation to OPWC. If indeed that's the case, we will plan on advertising that contract probably in June, May or June, award after July 1st when the grant agreement would be issued. Right of way was acquired. We have settled with the property owner, I say we being the county, and so that is lining up, looks pretty good for summer to fall construction pending grant award. So that's all I have on the current projects. I did want to discuss, and I think I briefly discussed these at the last meeting, a couple of potential projects I think the TID might have some ability to be helpful with, starting with Bunny Station Road. You're aware that the Old Tangier School District did pass a ballot, a bond levy with the last ballot. The high school number 5 is located on Bunny Station Road. I've got a map on page 2 of the report. You'll see where that property is. We are working with the city of Delaware and the school district on trying to figure out the best way to get the turn lanes built on Bunny Station Road. Don't know yet whether there will be a role for the TID. There are some kind of gaps in the school property frontage that may require some additional right-of-way, but more to come on that. I just wanted to get that out in front of you to say this could potentially be a project that we could partner with the school district and the city of Delaware on. The actual school site itself will be annexed into the city of Delaware, so there'll be several jurisdictions involved. Bunny Station Road is actually a township road, so it's shared between Delaware and Liberty Townships. And last but not least, Plum Road. This is one, haven't really done a whole lot with this over the last couple of months, other than to say we know a lot of traffic is coming with the developments in that area. We do need to sit down with the townships to see if there's a way forward for that project. But again, I think the TID could potentially be helpful with that to help facilitate that project with financing and so forth. And now, I think last but not least, the ODOT TID grant program. You'll recall we've been successful in the past on that. We did receive notice that ODOT is actually increasing the grant program. The money's available through that to $9 million. Traditionally, it's been $4.5 million per year. And so there'll be $9 million available for this upcoming round. And I would like the board's concurrence or authorization to resubmit the Bixby Parkway Phase 1B project. And I would anticipate asking for about $500,000 for that. I do think it's a good project. We've still got some work to do working with the city of Delaware to get that to the point where we can actually move forward, but I do think that would be a very viable project and good candidate for the program. So with with that, glad to answer any questions.
Do you need a resolution for that?
I don't know that we need a resolution or.
Just a concurrence? Fine with me.
I thought we had an item on here for, item 8 on our agenda is authorization to,
Okay.
Yes,
yeah.
thank you.
So you do.
One question, going back to Bunny Station, the roundabout at Sawmill there, was that engineered, do you think, for a high school being within 1,000 yards or so of that intersection with school buses and high school kids and so on and so forth?
Yeah, in terms of the ability to fit traffic through, yes, certainly. No problem with school buses. The traffic capacity should not be an issue either. Although the school will add a lot of traffic, it's well within the capacity of that roundabout.
Where, at what point do you go to a double roundabout?
It's hard to say. There's 2 lanes, north and southbound. Obviously, the east and west. I think it would be some time before we would need two lanes east and westbound.
Thank you.
That's all.
Any other questions for Rob? We move on to item 7, which is our budget. Would you like to highlight anything in the budget for us, Rob, before we entertain that?
Yes, I would just call out the actual figures in terms of what we'll be spending and receiving in revenue are much bigger than in previous years, and that's largely due to the Silicon Heartland contract. Again, you'll see that $4.7 million figure both under revenues as reimbursements and then also expenses. And then also the Stockwell Road improvements, I have $650,000 in for both revenue and reimbursement. So you'll see those are offsetting. Other than that, I think most of the previous budget amounts have carried over in terms of the attorney's fees, financial services as needed, miscellaneous expenses. I do anticipate needing to transfer some funds from the general fund to the capital fund, and that's simply for cash flow purposes as we receive invoices for the Silicon Heartland contract to be able to pay those invoices while we're seeking reimbursement. But at the end of the year, projecting a balance of about $3.3 million overall. And did want to thank Si for his help on this. And I think it's a good budget. We'll move forward and hope everything comes in line.
Si, do you have anything to add?
No.
Are there any questions regarding the budget? Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion.
So move.
A motion for approval. Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. And item 8 is authorizing the submission of the Bixby Parkway project, the resubmission of the Bixby project to ODOT for the TID grant program in 2027. Any questions or a motion?
I move.
So move authorizing the application. There's a motion authorizing the application. Is there a second?
Yes.
There's a second. Further discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? That motion carries. Is there any other business to come before us today? In my introductions, I once again neglected Commissioner Benton, who's in attendance, and one of these days I'll get that right, Jeff. Don't take it personally. But thank you for you and your fellow commissioners and what you do in terms of supporting transportation in our County. Our next meeting, Rob, do you have a feeling about whether our February meeting will be necessary?
I don't believe it will be. The next, since we've got, or I have direction on the application for ODOT's TID program, really I don't anticipate any need for business in February, so we can certainly handle that now or wait. Certainly up to you.
Any objection to canceling our February meeting?
None.
That will put us, the March meeting date I don't have in front of me, so March will help me with that.
11.
March 11th,
Yes.
so we'll, for now, hold March 11th. If anything comes up that is urgent about February 11th, we'll let you know that as soon as possible. All right? And hearing no other business, I will declare us adjourned, and thank you all for attending today.